Hey guys, it's me Jocelyn. So today I'm going to be showing you some baddie transitions on alight motion. So let's just get started. First things first, I'm going to be showing you a reverse mirror slide. So what you want is you want to have tiles and motion blur enabled on your first clip, and then go to the zoom in panel. Now tap this little infinity key right here, add two keyframes, one at the beginning and one at the end. And on the one at the end, I'm going to move this a little bit just so you guys can see it and it doesn't fade in with my other clip. You're going to want to slide it like this so it's closing in on itself like that. And I'm just going to adjust my keyframe so it hits the very end. Now what you want to do is you want to go to your graph, hit these three dots, and then tap enable overshoot, and then just copy this graph that I'm doing right here. As you can see, the clip kind of starts to open and then it eventually closes in on itself. So now you're done with that. What you want to do is you want to go to your second clip, you want to duplicate it, and on the first layer, go to effects, and then go to add effect. Go to the little search bar and type in copy background. Now I just use the search bar to add on these effects because it's a whole lot quicker than going in and finding all them. After you have copy background added, go to the search bar again and type in mirror. Now go to the search bar one more time and type in wipe. Once you have wipe added, go to end and change that to 50%, exactly like 50.0. Now what you want to do is you want to go to that bottom layer that you have, go to move and transform, and slide the photo or the clip apart as much as you can without there being anything in the middle of your clip, like that right there. We don't like that. So you want to do as much as you can until you get to that point. Add a keyframe at the beginning, go to the end of your clip, and then add another keyframe and slide them as close as possible to the point where you can still tell it's one person, but it doesn't look too crazy. So like that, and then just go to your graph, and then just go ahead and do a simple outgraph like this. Now, you could leave the transition like this if you want. The only thing that I really added on that was a big thing was spectacle map. So what you can do is you can go to your bottom clip, go to effects, and then go to color and light. Scroll all the way down and then find spectacle map, add that on, make the alpha somewhere around like 15 or 11, somewhere around there. Add a keyframe at the beginning, go to the end of your transition, add another keyframe, and make the alpha 0. This is just a pretty simple transition, but I think it looks really cool. I use it in almost every baddie edit I make, and yeah. Transition number 2 is going to be an offset slide in. I've recently started using this one and I love it so much. So first things first, have your two clips set up like this. Just let me fix that real quick. Now what you want to do is on the very last frame before your second clip comes, make sure you're on the very last frame of your first clip, go to the sharing panel and then just hit current frame as PNG and save that. Now this is going to save you so much time than having to go back and trim the video all over again. So now what you do is you just add on that PNG right there, and then just cut it to the length of your second clip, and then just like put it underneath there or something. Now what this is going to do, we're going to do an offset slide. So I'm going to put this underneath my second clip, so my second clip is on top. So what you want to do is you want to go to effects, go to move and transform, find offset, add that on. Now make sure you're tapped Y, add a keyframe. You can slide it whatever way you want, honestly. I like the look of it coming down, and you can do it as much as you want. I think around like maybe negative 1953 or somewhere around there is good. Now I'm just going to go back on my second keyframe and just reset it all manually so it goes back to 0. Just like this, and I'm not going to use any fancy graphs or anything. I'm just going to go ahead and do a simple fast outgraph. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to opacity, and I'm going to turn that down. And then I'm going to add a keyframe. I'm going to move a few frames forward, add another keyframe, and then just turn the opacity back up. And this is what it should end up looking like once you're done. I love the way that it looks. Even then, you could add like a tint or something onto it to give it more of like a pizzazzy look. I don't know, but yeah, that's the second transition. For our final transition, we're going to be doing a like circle blinds up here or something. I don't know how to explain it. But what you want to do is have your two clips set up like this, and just like we did for the last one, make sure you're on the very last frame of your first clip and then add on a PNG. So like go to the saving panel and just add on like a save PNG or whatever. Just like this, and then just trim it to the size of your second clip. Now, what you want to do is you want to have the PNG be on the bottom as usual. Now go to stripes. I'm just going to copy this effect down and show you what I did just so it doesn't get confusing. So my count was 5.3 and I keyframe width from 0.50 down to 0. And this was my graph for width. And then I also keyframed angle. my first angle is around 130 degrees, and then my second one was 0, and then I just keyframe that pretty much the exact same with the graph. Now, once you have that done, what I like to do is I like to go to the Move and Transform panel, go to the Zoom In, add 2 keyframes, one at the beginning, one at the end, and on the first keyframe, I like to just zoom it in like the photo's zooming in at you, just like this. I maybe zoom that in a little too much, but then just add on fast outgraph, and then you should be good to go. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add on motion blur as well, just so it looks better, I guess. I don't know. And this should be the final result once it's finished. And that was it for today's video. If you guys enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and comment down below any tutorial requests that you guys may have. And yeah, I love you guys. Bye!